Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd just like to thank Mr. LaHood, Mr. Davis for the work on this legislation, which is a great common sense idea to help individuals to get back to work, achieve their dreams, and provide for their families. I've also long advocated for policies that will help more Americans participate in the workforce. I have several pieces of legislation, such as the USA Workforce Tax Credit Act, which would create a tax credit for employers that help pay for apprenticeship and other workforce development programs, legislation to help justice involve Americans successfully enter the workforce. There's a lot that we can do to help ensure that more people are participating in jobs. And the number one challenge that I hear from employers is finding people to fill jobs that are available. So we need individuals in the workforce, we need their talents, we need their skills, and of course, they will best provide for their families by being connected with a great paying job. So the bill, it's a great example, as I mentioned, of a common sense tweak to the existing law that has potential to have tremendous impact for Americans who are struggling to find work. It just simply ensures that all individuals collecting unemployment insurance benefits can receive these reemployment services. And those services, by the way, include one-on-one engagement to determine which jobs, in-demand jobs, available jobs, a claimant of unemployment may be eligible for, provides job search assistance and other career services as well. And as was already mentioned, today that's not available to everyone on unemployment. So this is important. We shouldn't wait to provide these kind of services until individuals are about ready to enter the workforce. It should be available to everyone. So again, I'd like to thank Mr. LaHood, Mr. Davis for the great work on this piece of legislation. I urge support for the bill.
Greetings, friends. I have surprising news to share with you today. Most states have announced that their revenues have exceeded forecasts, leading to budget surpluses. Lawmakers are now beginning to distribute new state relief payments directly to their residents, and these checks will equal nearly $100 million. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for all of the latest news and details. Also, this Friday and every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Most states ended fiscal 2023 with a budget surplus, as tax collections once again came in above projections. Entering fiscal 2023, states assumed smaller revenue levels following double-digit growth in tax collections in both fiscal 2021 and fiscal 2022. While year-over-year revenue collections grew at record high levels in 2021 and 2022, states forecasted fiscal 2023 revenues would decline 3.1% in their originally enacted budgets. As fiscal 2023 progressed, many states saw higher than projected growth in tax collections and revised revenue forecasts upward for the remainder of fiscal 2023. To date, the vast majority of states who have reported full-year fiscal 2023 tax collections have come in above the original forecast, with many states also seeing revenues above revised forecasts. This is leading to a third consecutive year of surpluses. Now, states are examining the best use of these smaller surpluses, including further building up rainy day funds, reducing unfunded pension liabilities, paying down debt, and providing tax relief. Arkansas's revenue collections were $126.5 million above a May forecast, and the state ended fiscal 2023 with a budget surplus of $1.2 billion. All major categories of tax collections were above forecast for the year. The Alabama governor has discussed using part of the state surplus to invest in education and lower income taxes. The state of Georgia ended fiscal 2023 with a surplus of approximately $4.8 billion as revenues exceeded projections. The Georgia governor's office discussed using the state's one-time funds in a strategic, fiscally responsible way that does not commit short-term revenue gains to long-term obligations. Also, Montana homeowners received about $137 million from the first round of tax rebates approved by the legislature earlier this year. According to Derek Bell, the division administrator with the Department of Revenue, he stated that the sum has been paid out to about 207,000 residential property owners. That makes for an average of $660 per rebate. Montana lawmakers earlier this year passed legislation authorizing 2 property tax rebates, capped at $675. Montana homeowners will be able to apply for another one next year. Derek Bell has also said the department is still processing some rebate applications that were received after the October 2nd deadline. The department had previously estimated that 292,000 of the nearly 312,000 owner-occupied housing units in Montana will be eligible for the property tax rebate. The department noted that mobile homes with less than $10,000 assessed value were exempt from property taxes, as were households who were enrolled in the Montana Disabled Veteran Program. The legislation passed the legislature with only one of the 48 Democrats voting in favor, a fact that Republicans have been working to highlight as they face criticism for failing to enact major long-term property tax relief. Republican Governor Greg Gianforte's office has frequently referenced the tax rebates as a GOP victory that put money back into the pockets of Montana taxpayers. However, Democrats have cited the fact that the rebates are not targeted towards low or middle-income homeowners and do not benefit the roughly 30% of Montana households that pay rent. The number of Americans working 2 or more jobs has reached its highest level since the crisis began. It is a trend that suggests that more of us are feeling inflation's pinch. Nearly 8.4 million Americans held multiple jobs in October. They represent 5.2% of the workforce. Recent statistics shows that 5 million Americans held 1 full-time and 1 part-time job. Nearly 2 million Americans held 2 part-time gigs. Another 1.1 million Americans said they held jobs where the hours varied. Fewer than 400,000 held 2 full-time jobs. So the share of Americans working multiple jobs reached 5.3% in the summer of 2019, then plunged during the early months of the crisis, flattening out in the spring of 2020. That figure has crept up since then, and experts say many Americans may be taking on extra work in response to inflation. So dear friends, please let me know in the comments section below how inflation has affected your lives. Well, my awesome and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My dear friends, thank you very much for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, every Friday I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you need to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch.